All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're tackling a massive problem with AI, getting answers you can actually trust from your own stuff. We're talking about Google's NotebookLM, and no, this isn't just another chatbot. Think of it more like your own personal research assistant. So, let's kick things off with a problem I'm sure you know all too well. You've got that folder, right? The one just overflowing with PDFs, articles, notes, and you're trying to find that one specific connection. It's like looking for a needle in a digital haystack. And that's information overload. It just drains so much time, whether you're a student or a total pro. And come on, we've all been there. You ask an AI for a simple fact from a document you gave it, and it just makes something up with total confidence. These hallucinations, as they're called, are a massive roadblock when you actually need to get real work done. Because look, the hard part isn't just finding information. It's connecting the dots, right? It's weaving together ideas from dense reports, interview notes, and all those research papers. And this is where most general AI tools just fall flat. They don't have the context of your project, of the sources you actually trust. Okay, but what if you could have an AI that was an expert, but only on the stuff you gave it? I mean, an assistant that has read your documents and nothing else. It's working just for you. So yeah, this isn't about searching the whole internet. Think of it as a thinking partner for your personal library. Its real power comes from being a closed system. It only knows what you tell it, and that makes it absolutely perfect for digging deep into a specific topic, instead of asking those big, broad questions. And this quote from Stephen Johnson at Google Labs just nails it. The AI's entire world is only the information you upload. That's a huge shift from how other models work, and it's exactly what makes NotebookLM so incredibly powerful for focused tasks. So, you're probably wondering, how does it stop itself from just making stuff up? Well, the secret is in its design, in this really cool concept called source grounding. Okay, so here's the key difference. A lot of AI systems use something called RAG. Basically, they chop your documents up into little tiny pieces to find answers. The problem? You lose all the context. It's kind of like trying to understand a movie by watching a bunch of random 10-second clips. It just doesn't work. NotebookLM does the complete opposite. With source grounding, it takes in your entire document, keeping all that context perfectly intact from beginning to end. And the tech that makes this all possible? That's Gemini 1.5 Pro. It has this massive context window. What that really means is that it can read and remember a gigantic amount of text all at once. And because it can see the whole picture, it doesn't have to guess or try to fill in the blanks. That's what really slashes the risk of it hallucinating. All right, so that's the theory. Cool, right? But how does this actually work when you're using it? Let's dive in and see how you can use this to seriously level up your own projects. The whole process is super intuitive. It's really just 3 steps. First, you upload your sources, everything you want it to know. Then you just ask questions, like you're talking to a real research assistant. And finally, you generate these powerful, organized outputs. The whole thing is built to get you from a pile of information to a real insight fast. And you're not just stuck with text documents, which is awesome. Of course, you can feed it PDFs, Google Docs, and web links, but you can also throw in YouTube videos, even audio files from an interview you did. This lets you build this really rich, complete picture of your topic, all in one single place. I mean, for students and researchers, this is a total game changer. Just imagine uploading, say, 20 different academic papers, and then just asking it to create a summary table like this. Boom. Every single point is automatically cited right back to the original source. And that's where the trust factor comes in, you know? Every single fact it spits out is tied directly back to your source material with a citation. You can click on any of them and instantly check where it got the info. That's a level of accountability that you just don't get with a lot of other AI tools. Now, here's a really cool feature, especially if you're someone who learns better by listening. It can actually generate a podcast-style conversation about your documents with 2 AI hosts discussing the key points. It literally turns that dense, dry reading material into a conversation you can listen to. It's a whole new way to soak up complex ideas. But it goes way beyond just summaries. The Studio panel lets you transform your sources into all kinds of formats with just one click. Need to get the big picture? Bam! Generate a mind map. Want to test yourself? Create a quiz. It's all about helping you engage with your material in whatever way works best for you. Okay, so the big question. When do you use NotebookLM and when do you use something like ChatGPT? Well, it really just comes down to using the right tool for the right job. And this chart here really breaks it down. They're not competitors, they're complementary. If you're doing academic research or you need to combine a bunch of documents and have perfect citations, NotebookLM is your specialist. But if you're doing creative writing or need help with code, yeah, ChatGPT is still your go-to. So let's wrap this up. Here's the bottom line. If your work absolutely demands factual accuracy and has to be grounded in specific documents, NotebookLM is the tool you need. Plus, your data stays private, and most importantly, every single answer can be traced right back to the source. It's a huge deal. So, with a tool that lets you conquer dense documents, complex research, and those super heavy technical books, the only real question left is, where are you going to start? What's that one intimidating topic that's about to become your new area of expertise?